Ooh. Ooh. What's up, Internet? My name's David Webb.
I'm Arielle Edwards.
We get nerdy nightly.
And we thought we'd share it with you.
But just you. That is right. Welcome to Thursday. It's Thursday?
Yes.
Thursday edition of
the last day of 2020.
The nightly morning show here at twitch.tv/nerdynightly, where we do this show live Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. If you're catching this on the YouTube or on our podcast feed, I hope that you'll consider coming and joining us live, being in our chat. But we also record at 10 a.m. on work days. So, most people have jobs.
I mean, yeah. That's fair. But, we would love to see you anyways.
We would. Also, y'all, yesterday we launched our new show, Catching Up Clarus. The first episode is all about Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's a spoiler-filled discussion of all 3 seasons. We hope that you'll check it out.
Yeah.
We've already received some comments about things that we got wrong. And I cannot wait to get more of those.
Oh, Josh?
As more people listen to the episode.
I mean, to be fair, I don't remember them ever saying ages. But that's just me.
Yeah, I don't know either.
That's fine. It's fine. I will accept the constructive criticism.
Yeah, to be fair, the thing that we didn't know was which sibling was older in one pairing.
Yeah, which is fine.
I have a feeling the more we talk on the internet, the more we're going to start getting comments
about
things that we get wrong.
We can't always be right, guys.
I mean, you can't. I can. That's why they call me nerdy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sure.
But, y'all, it is the last day of 2020. It's kind of crazy that this year ends.
Yeah, that we're not on 2020...
Part 2.
Yeah, part 2. Jesus, don't even say
No,
that.
but, I don't know, this year has felt so long that it's weird that it's over.
Yeah.
And also, I'm going to be really honest. I think it's weird that so many people are treating the end of 2020 as the end of the situation that we're in.
Yeah.
And it's not that.
No. Nothing magically gets better tomorrow.
Yeah.
Where it's just another day. But you know what? It's a nice thought, you know?
Here's the thing. It's only a nice thought if people are still social distancing and not partying tonight. I'm really nervous that people are like, 2020's over, let's party. And I'm like, don't do that thing. Come hang out with us on Twitch.
Yeah.
We'll be streaming all night. We'll give you your countdown. But don't do the thing where you go to the party because you think that the year's over and you infect your friends.
Yeah.
And, sorry to start the show off on that note, but,
hey, you know what? It had to be said.
So people did it for Christmas, and people did it for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And things get worse. And I'm just saying, wear your mask. Use hand sanitizer. Or do what Arielle and I do.
And just
don't
never
leave
your apartment, ever. Stay in 3 rooms.
Stay in 3 rooms. And slowly lose your mind. What?
It's fine. We're fine.
Okay, so we had some personal difficulties in 2020. Nothing as much as other people did.
Right.
But what were some of your favorite moments of 2020?
My favorite moment?
Yeah. Highlights.
Well, obviously marrying you.
That took too long. That should have been on the tip of the tongue to tip the lips.
I was like, do I go in or the order of the year? And then I was like, no, because I'll probably screw something up. But definitely, marrying.
Wait, are you worried?
Good.
Were you worried that if you went chronologically, you would forget that we got married?
No. Out of all the things I could possibly forget,
concerned now. Getting
married is the absolute last thing on that list.
I'm concerned now. I think she's already forgotten that we're married, girl.
Yeah, I forgot. That's how bad my memory is. No, I mean, we got married. And,
we did.
You know. I worked on my first professional gig before it was
Joyzy Boys
taken away.
Before it was taken away.
God damn it. COVID, you suck. Well, we started Nerdy Nightly.
Yeah.
As you guys know it now.
Bill did, I mean the new Nerdy Nightly. Nerdy Nightly 2.0.
Yep.
When it's no longer just me talking by myself in a room about nerdy news.
Yeah, now it's you and I talking by ourselves in a room about nerdy news.
We've had guests.
That's true. We have had
Fanta,
guests.
Mello.
Mm-hmm. We made a really good apple pie.
You know, the year was kind of a dud when, like, fourth on your list is like, there was that one apple pie we made.
That pie was amazing. Okay. It was very good.
Video on our YouTube.
Yeah.
We made an Alexander apple pie.
That's the one.
That was so dumb.
Yes, we got engaged 2 days before my birthday.
Oh, we did.
That is correct.
Some other highlights of the year for me, I hitting 4,500 followers on TikTok was really cool.
Yeah. That's dope.
Yeah, the 420 stream hitting. I mean, we're almost at 700 followers here on Twitch on this channel, and you're at like 1,600 followers on Claris.
Yeah.
So that stuff's really cool. Having a lot of fun. Just starting my Twitch career. I had never really been on Twitch before this year, and then since June 2nd, I've not taken a week off. So. Even while after my surgery, we still streamed and I just didn't talk. So,
yeah, wild.
Yeah. So just like the year on Twitch has been so awesome, and personally, there's been a lot of greatness. Obviously, just starting our life together.
Yeah,
it's been really wonderful, and I'm always going to cherish this year for that, even while acknowledging that this year sucks. And yeah,
it's fine.
But we're going to have a lot of 2020 content coming out in the next few days. As we head into the new year, we're going to be talking about we're both going to put out 3 top 5 videos, top 5 TV shows, top 5 movies, and top 5 video games. And then I think I'm also going to put out a top 5 podcasts I listened to in 2020.
Nice.
Which I'm very excited for, to put that list together. You don't really listen to podcasts, so I feel like that's something that you would do.
No, I mean, we listened to Dungeons and Daddies together.
Yes, and Dungeons and Daddies will definitely be on my list.
Yes, it's so good.
And so some serious ones. It's not all fun and games. Over on that, I listen to some dark podcasts.
That's true.
About white people.
And also just the news.
Very
dark. I'm not wrong.
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Should we get into the news since this is a news show?
Let's do it.
All right, y'all. In the main story of the day, in a follow-up to the ongoing Warner Brothers Ray Fisher investigation situation, the investigation has concluded, as we talked about in a previous show, and Warner Brothers is said to be taking remedial action to fix things going on within their studio. But Ray Fisher did come out yesterday and say that he will no longer be willing to work with Walter Hamada. Walter Hamada is the head of the DC side of Warner Brothers at the moment. And Ray Fisher came out and said in a statement yesterday on his Twitter, Walter Hamada is the most dangerous kind of enabler. He lies, and WBPR's failed September 4th hit piece sought to undermine the very real issues with the Justice League investigation. I will not participate in any production associated with him. This came... I think the investigation ended 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
So this is a clear sign that this situation is not over just because the investigation has ended.
Yeah.
Ray Fisher is going to continue this situation, and when we were talking about this before the investigation had ended, I said when this is over, make all of this investigation public. Let us know what's going on, so that people can we can
stop speculating and actually have an informed opinion about it.
Yeah, and obviously that didn't happen. All we heard is that there's going to be remedial action, and now we're left in this limbo where you either have to fully accept Ray Fisher's point of view or accept WB's point. It's just kind of muddy.
Yeah.
And I don't think that it is good for the studio, and I don't think that Ray Fisher will not be returning to Cyborg now.
No. There's no way.
Yeah,
it just wouldn't happen.
To be honest, it's going to be weird when the Snyder Cut comes out in 3 months. That he's in it, and he's also suing the company that's putting it out.
Yeah,
it's a weird situation for them all to be in, and the fact that it is continuing to be public. And I'm not against Ray Fisher here. I want to be very clear. I'm not taking a side in this.
Yeah,
I just wanted this to be over with the investigation, and it's clear that it's not, and it's clear that Ray Fisher wants to do this publicly and on Twitter, and he wants to call people out by name and do it that way. Mm-hmm. And Warner Brothers doesn't want to comment on it at all. And so it's just kind of this weird limbo where first was Joss Whedon, and now Walter Hamada is the problem, and I just don't know where this is all... I don't know where this goes. I don't know what the end game of this is.
Yeah.
But it is clear that it's going to continue, and with... Ray Fisher did reshoots for Justice League.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see what happens as the Snyder Cut comes out, as he ends up doing more press for that.
Mm-hmm.
Whether HBO Max and Warner Brothers are going to not allow him to be a part of the press for that because of the way he's talking about the company. This situation is not over and is going to keep being brought up.
Yeah.
For the next few months at the very least.
Yeah, I mean, well, you can't have him doing official press for Warner Brothers because he's not going to talk positively about it.
Yeah.
Like, they're not going to let that happen. It's going to be weird. He's going to be there in the movie, but he's not going to be a part of the marketing of it, I guess. Yeah, it's too bad. I think that, like, these things are a lot less complicated when you actually talk about them, and not knowing just, like, this just leaves so much more room for speculation and rumor and uninformed opinions, and it's that's when it gets dangerous.
Well, and it's extra weird that he's like this latest round against Walter Hamada is particularly odd, just because Walter Hamada didn't work on Justice League. He wasn't an executive at DC at the time. He was working for New Line. So Walter Hamada was actually brought into all of this after Joss Whedon's Justice League had finished filming. And so the fact that he's somehow being wrapped up in all of it because of a conversation they had, I guess, at a later date.
Must have been.
It's just odd to me that he's like, well, I'll never work with him again. And it's kind of like, well, you actually didn't work. You never worked with him.
Yeah.
You asked him for an investigation. You got the investigation. Like, I just don't... It's weird for me that he's like, Walter Hamada is an enabler because I went to Walter Hamada and demanded an investigation. I got an investigation. I said that investigation wasn't good enough. I demand a third-party investigation. I then got that third-party investigation. Like, it seems like Ray Fisher got exactly what he asked for in all of this.
Yeah.
Post-Justice League, obviously, he didn't get what he wanted during the shoot of Justice League. But I just... calling Walter Hamada an enabler while also not explaining at what point you didn't get what you were asking for is very confusing to me. And so Warner Brothers I feel like they're in a position now where no matter what they have done in this situation, there has always been like a next ask from Ray Fisher. And I think that there might be a really valid reason for that we're just not aware of. That might be because Ray Fisher feels like they have, managed to get around the situation consistently. Yeah. And that he might feel that, like, the remedial action that they said that they were going to take isn't enough. But at the same time, when they said they were going to take that remedial action, Ray Fisher did praise them for it and said that it was the beginning of, like, the solving of the issue. Yeah. So it is just a weird situation that feels like it just is, like, every time it feels like it's come to an end.
2 steps forward, 2 steps back.
Yeah, 100%.
In a sense. And it's, Yeah.
Which I think is a shame. I like him as Cyborg. I think that he's a good actor for the role. And I would have liked to have seen his Cyborg get past the, like, angsty phase that he's in the Justice League movie. Yeah. Because Cyborg, to me, is a very joyful character in a lot of his interpretations. But he has to get over that hump of, like, accepting himself. Yeah. And I think that I would have loved to have seen Ray Fisher's more positive, like, booyah kind of Cyborg in later films once he kind of
100%. Yeah, I think he does a great job. So it definitely is kind of disappointing that all of this is going down,
but we will be getting a little bit more of him as Cyborg in what is now being called Zack Snyder's Justice League. No longer the Snyder Cut. It is the Zack Snyder's Justice League, which Deadline says is a 10-episode cut now. I think this might be a mistake. I hope this is a mistake. But if they've somehow tried to take the movie Justice League and make it 10 episodes, I'm gonna lose my mind. Remember at the point where it was like 6 chapters and an epilogue, and I was like, what's happening? Are you ready for 10 episodes of Justice League?
Wow. Wowie.
Look, at this point, at 10 episodes, okay, so say it's 4 hours long. This 2.5-hour movie is actually 4 hours long. then at 10 episodes, it's basically a little over 20 minutes an episode. Which means that it is essentially the same...
miniseries?
It's the animated show.
Oh.
It is the same length as the Justice League animated show from the 90s, and I might just go watch that, because it's so good.
Yeah, we'll just watch that instead.
Bruce Timm... Oh, God. I fucking love it. Sorry, I just swore.
So...
Morning show.
That's so weird. Why?
Yeah, I don't know. I think Deadline might just have it wrong.
Okay, I hope so. Because why do you keep dragging this out?
Deadline is good reporting. Like, I generally trust Deadline. But I haven't seen 10 episodes anywhere else. Just in this one thing, so we'll see.
Hopefully it's a mistake. I mean, it's still ridiculous, but hopefully it's a mistake.
Yeah. Y'all, let's transition to some fun news.
All right.
The latest COVID-19 bill... I said it was more fun news. In case you weren't aware, the way the United States government works is they can introduce other things into bills about other things. It's really dumb.
Yeah. Like we really need... we really need this chair. But you don't just get the chair, you also get a little side table and a coffee mug and like some biscuits to go along with it. But it's not that fun.
Yeah, it's a bundle. So we had previously talked about how this COVID-19 bill has a provision in it that makes Twitch streaming maybe illegal. Yeah. So that'll be fun to deal with. That's not the fun story though. The fun story is there's also a provision in this bill that says that the United States secret intelligence agencies have 180 days to disclose everything they know about UFOs. Aliens. I broke Clarus.
I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
This COVID thing, but also aliens.
Yeah, they have to submit a report within 180 days to the date of the enactment of the act to the Congressional Intelligence and Armed Services Committees on unidentified aerial phenomena. So they have to explain every single thing that they know about UFOs has to be disclosed within the next 6 months. To be honest, I'm so excited for this report.
Oh, God. Wait, it passed, right?
Yeah, and Trump signed it. So, like, this has to happen. They have to announce in the next 6 months everything they know about UFOs.
But not to the public.
Well, no, to the Congressional Intelligence and Armed Services Committees. When it goes to a committee, though, it ends up public. People talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Shin.
Wow. I don't even know. Like, that sounds like something I would make up.
So here's my question, Clarus. Oh, no, this is a real news story. This is not fake. Clarus, what do you think we know about aliens that's going to be revealed in this document?
I think we know about aliens.
What do you think we know about aliens?
Well, I think, like, we're going to find out that Zuckerberg is actually a lizard. I think that is going to become common knowledge. So just want to
No, I'm stopping there. Mark Zuckerberg is not a lizard person. We are not going to feed the conspiracy theories. Mark Zuckerberg does not consume baby's blood. Mark Zuckerberg is not a lizard human. We're not... No. There are too many people who believe that crap.
You're right. I should not be feeding... Yeah.
That particular conspiracy theory is... People are literally, like, killing people and blowing up... You know what I mean? Like, let's not...
Yeah.
There's some funny conspiracies. That one is getting very unfunny right now, especially considering that it might have been part of the reason behind the bombing in Nashville from last week. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Apparently the guy who, the bombing in Nashville was because the guy believed that he had to take out the 5G towers because they were going to,
Oh, my God.
The whole lizard people or, whatever thing.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So, as funny as that is...
Gosh darn.
I know, and it's funny. It sucks to be like, it's hard because, like, I like making fun of conspiracy theories because they're so crazy. And now, like, that joy is gone because they've actually, like, crossed into, like, oh, no. People, like, genuinely believe QAnon, and it's so messed up. It's so weird.
I don't understand. Well, maybe we're going to find out that Scientology actually got it right.
And it's Xenu?
Yeah, it's Xenu. Guys, that's what we know about aliens. It's Xenu.
Xenu! Oh my god. Have you seen the South Park episode on Scientology?
No.
It's so
No, we should watch
good.
that.
There's a black bar at the bottom of the screen that just says, this is what Scientologists actually believe. Because they wanted to be very clear. They were like, because they're South Park, they were like, we want to be very clear, we're not making a joke.
Yeah.
The entire episode, we are going to describe this thing as it is, and you are going to laugh or you aren't. But we're just going to describe it, and that's fine.
Wow.
Yeah, it's great.
Wow,
it's the same as the Mormon episode that goes into the past of the Mormon religion, and it's all to a song.
Book of Mormon is like there's like truths in there about like like Mormonism that you're like, what?
This episode literally is, we're going to tell you the story of Joseph Smith.
Oh, like the actual story.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Mm-hmm.
Then his wife did not believe him. Dumb, 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 dumb. Smart, 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 smart. And I messed it up. Never mind. Once you see the episode, you'll understand what I mean.
Okay, we'll watch
South Park. Those 2 episodes of South Park are both actually really solid.
Mm-hmm. I haven't watched South Park in a long time, actually.
I love South Park.
It's great. I enjoyed it, but I stopped watching it.
I have the Fractured Butthole video game. Fractured Butthole.
Yeah.
Fractured Butthole. I want to play that on stream, but I don't know if I can. It might be too inappropriate.
No, you can. I saw someone else playing it.
I loved the first one, the Stick of Truth. So I'm excited to play the sequel, which I haven't done yet.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, but that's my guess is that
Xenu.
we're gonna find out Xenu is a thing.
I think that we're going to find out nothing. I think that we're going to be like, yeah, we've seen some weird UFOs. Because there was that UFO declassification last year that was interesting, but like ultimately like didn't have anything like groundbreaking in it.
Yeah.
We've seen UFOs. It's happened. Mm-hmm. What it actually is, we don't know. Could be just radar breaking. Could be all sorts of things. Mm-hmm. And AI Cave says he used to work for a Mormon company, and they're actually very nice people. I'm not saying they're not nice.
Mormons are the nicest people that I know. Like, literally, like, they are so lovely. It's, like, it's just one of those things where, like, as a community, they're just a delight. Mm-hmm. They just believe some strange things.
But so does everyone. But we're both atheists. Like, we think that everyone believes strange things.
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly.
I don't put anything above or below anything else, except Scientology. Scientology is, like, actually
Scientology
crazy,
is
yeah. But it's not really crazier than anything else. Like, it's all, I don't know.
No, but it's just how they work and the brainwashing and stuff.
The one thing I will say about Mormons, particularly in relation to the South Park episode and the Book of Mormon, the Mormons that I knew growing up in Calgary and some that I've met in New York, their sense of humor about their own faith is really, really strong.
Yeah, it's
and
great.
They're great about it. Like, they're like, no, it's kind of silly. Everything's kind of silly in every religion. I'm like, yeah, okay, good. You know that. Like,
yeah, like I was telling you Taylor, who you met. Book of Mormon. He's Mormon and grew up Mormon. His favorite musical is Book of Mormon, and he's seen it 9 times. Mm-hmm.
I think it's when you fail to have any sense of humor about it that it becomes a problem.
Yeah.
When you take it so seriously. I mean, like when you look at like someone like Westboro Baptist Church, right? They're like, no, there's no leeway here. This has to be taken so seriously. And the truth is, like, no, you have to have some humor and some kindness and some, like, you know, generosity of spirit towards other people. That's the whole thing. Yeah. Like, the whole thing is generosity of spirit towards other people, right? Mm-hmm. And so religions, and especially people within religions who can do that, I feel like are... You know, I have no problem with people believing what they want. You believe whatever you want. My problem with people always comes down to when it's forcing it onto someone else, or when you're...
attacking people for not believing the same things. Yeah.
God. Just leave me alone.
Yeah. It reminds me of... it reminds me of a funny TikTok. Where it's like, hey, do you have any special talents? And the girl's like, yeah. And the guy's like, oh, cool, like, let me see. And she's like... And he's like, I don't get it. She's like, oh, I'm minding my own business. She's that's like, good. And he's like, that's not a special talent. She's like, I thought a special talent was like something that not everybody could do. And he's like, oh. Like, it was very good.
That's very funny.
Yeah,
especially in 2020.
Yes.
But 2020 is almost over.
Thank the Lord.
You know what time it is, y'all? Do you know what time it is?
No.
Clarus is gonna make up the news.
No.
The last fake news of 2020.
Oh no.
And I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy.
I don't. Everyone gets really excited for me, like, making up the news, but, like, it doesn't always go well, and it makes me nervous, and then I get sweaty, and it's.
We're all waiting.
Thanks.
Clarus!
Very helpful.
Make up the news.
Okay. I'm gonna make something up. I'm gonna come up with a funny lie that's not real.
Oh my god, this is hilarious.
News. Okay. What's like gamer news? Oh boy. I'm looking for inspiration. There's nothing in here that's gonna help me.
Which is hilarious because there's a million things in our living room.
I know, but like
a million. Like there's so much random crap. If you like this is the only section of the couch that we can actually sit on because there's just crap over here.
All right. Well,
All right, here we go, y'all.
Trump signed this bill, and so they need to release the information about UFOs. So, the stuff that we have learned already is that we have had time travelers from the year 2077 come back, and they have these like strange markings on their face, and everyone's like very like bitter and jaded, and they let us know that like things aren't going well. So we now have to take preventative measures to curb the end of humanity in the year 2078. We've also learned that the Millennium Falcon is based on real UFO sightings. Actually, this was not a made-up spaceship. This was based on sketches from Star Watchers who saw this strange ship. And the third and final thing that we know is space foxes.
What?
They exist.
Star Fox?
Space foxes.
Star Fox?
No.
Star Fox 64?
Space foxes.
Does he have a frog friend who says, "Do a barrel roll"?
No, they don't speak. They're just space foxes, and they don't seem to have any personality.
I really appreciate that you said that are sketched by Star Watchers.
Yeah, like people who like just watch the sky for UFOs, and they're like, "Oh, I think that was one. What did it look like?" That's the thing, because I make up the news. So,
all right, all that was fake, by the way. Just for like legal reasons, we have to say that was fake news. That was not real news.
Are you sure? I don't know. I think the Millennium Falcon is definitely a real UFO.
I doubt it. I do doubt it. The design of that ship, as great as it is, there's no way that thing would fly. That's actually the problem with a lot of the spaceships in Star Wars, is that they're like not aerodynamic in any way.
Oh no, God no. Like you're like, how would that work?
How would that achieve lift?
No, I'm sorry, Mary. There are no current space foxes. Although in the next 180 days,
we might find out. Yeah,
we might find out.
Would they be like the crystal foxes from The Last Jedi?
The crystal foxes.
Yeah, when they get into on Crate in the final battle, they're in that little cave, and there's the crystal foxes. No,
I was thinking like little like foxes that look like they're from Earth, but they just walk around on their hind legs.
Oh, so they're bipedal.
Yeah.
Space foxes.
Yeah. Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
By the way, Peppy is a rabbit and Slippy is the frog. Just saying. Yes, that is true, Rebel. You are right.
I don't know who those people are.
You've never played Star Fox 64.
No.
Wow. Star Fox is so good.
I've never.
Oh my god, it's such a good game.
I said space foxes because of Stellaris.
Stellaris. There's space foxes in Stellaris?
Yes, there are.
I need to play this game.
Me too.
What
I've never played it.
All right, here's a question for 2021.
Oh, yes, they wear clothes. They wear little gray space suits.
What are the games that you want to play in 2021 that you haven't played?
Oh, boy. Stellaris. I really want to try that. We got that Northgard game that I'm, like, really excited to try.
We bought that in the Steam Summer Sale, and we've not booted up once.
We haven't played it at all. And I'll pick a third one, I guess. Oh, we bought Red Dead Redemption 2.
Right.
Yes.
Red Dead.
Very excited for that.
I'm very excited to finally play Red Dead. Is one of mine. I really want to play Miles Morales at some point when I can get a PS5. And I want to try a Dark Souls game. I've never played a Dark Souls game before, and I think it's time in my life I did. We have Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, someone gifted it to you.
Yeah.
So I want to play Dark Souls 3. Mm-hmm. I also want to keep playing Hades.
Yeah, Hades is great.
Y'all, we only have one news story left, and it's kind of a sad one. Do we want to jump into that, or should we is there anything you want to talk about before we get into this final news story?
Let's talk about the sad news story and then wrap it up with something nice.
Alright. Y'all, for those of you who don't know, Tom Kane, the voice actor from basically everything, I'm just going to quickly pull up his IMDb, because, it's so tough to even talk about what he's done, because he's done everything. He's voiced Yoda and Admiral Akbar, Qui-Gon Jinn in multiple projects, including the holiday special that just came out, the Lego one. He has done voices for literally every video game you can think of. He's Woodhouse on Archer. He was Yoda in the Star Wars The Clone Wars. He did voices for Ghost of Tsushima, like literally the Powerpuff Girls. He was Professor Utonium, amongst other things. Mm-hmm. He's literally been a part of... He's been doing voice work for over 20 years. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, he's had a stroke recently, and he might have to retire because his speech might not recover.
Oh, no.
And this is a man who I know because of his voice. Mm-hmm. And it's quite sad, and I just wanted to bring it up. His daughter put out a statement on his behalf, just saying that it is possible that he'll be able to get his speech back, but they're not sure at the moment. They're working with the best doctors they can. My dad still remains in good spirits, and his extreme stubbornness has helped him already show improvements. He's fully on board with me sharing this, and he will see anything you guys post. Lots of love from our family to yours. And I just wanted to bring this up because Tom Kane is a man who's I've known about for a long time, because I follow a lot of animated shows, particularly the Clone Wars, which is something that I really, really love. And I wish him all the best, and I wish him a speedy recovery, because he's brought a lot of joy to my life with the work that he's done, and I don't know.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough to hear about something like this happening to someone. I think it's especially tough as like a singer and someone who also uses his voice as his like living. Yeah. To hear about someone losing that part of themselves, it's I can't imagine. So. Yeah.
Yeah, truly. Yeah. We hope that he makes a full recovery.
Yeah, and we're sending all of our thoughts and prayers to you, Mr. Kane, and even if he retires from this, the body of work that he leaves behind, he's going to be remembered forever.
For sure. Yeah. For sure. Like, it's extensive, and it's made such an impact on people, and that is, like, without a doubt.
And his Yoda is amazing. Yeah. Yeah. The Yoda-centric episodes in Clone Wars are all really great. Mm-hmm. And yeah, he's a straight dude, and I wish him the best, because yeah, it's tough hearing about something like this. But we do a news show, and so sometimes we gotta talk about this stuff.
It's true.
And also I like being able to say that, like, I like being able to put out there that, like, we're sending you good vibes, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
All right, so you wanted to like...
Yeah, we had some lows.
That was my segment, then. What's yours? You're so good at this.
I know. I'm really good at the news. That's why we have a news show, obviously.
All right, so we've said that we're going to put out some top fives. Mm-hmm. Let's mention some honorable mentions that aren't going to be on our top 5 lists. So, like, what is a video game that won't be on your top 5 list, but you did like this year? I'll go first. I'll give you a second.
Okay.
For me, it's Dead by Daylight. I know it's not a new game, and it won't be on my list, but Dead by Daylight's really fun. And I wanted to bring that up and mention it as a game that I really enjoyed in 2020.
Yeah, that's a good one, actually.
Yeah.
Trying to think. Honestly, it's it's probably Dead by Daylight. Like, I'm trying to think of what I've played that's not on that list.
That's fair.
Because I didn't play many new games.
I would also say Paper Mario the Origami King is on that list for me.
Oh, yeah.
I really like Paper Mario. That was a fun one. I haven't actually beaten it yet. I need to go finish that game at some point.
Yeah.
But I do like that game quite a bit. It won't be on my top 5 of the year, though. Yeah. What about movies? What's one that's not in your list that is an honorable mention? Just give people a tease for that video.
Not in the video, but honorable mention would be the what's it called? The Steve Carell.
Oh, Unbelievable.
Unbelievable, I think it's called. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was great.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that. I think Soul would be on that list for me. It's an honorable mention. It's just outside of my top 5.
Yeah.
I just had a couple of small weird feelings about it. I think it's a good movie overall, but there's just a little,
Yeah.
What other movies this year would fall into that category? We didn't watch a lot of new movies.
No, and that's
the top 5 movies was hard.
Yeah, like we've got like a chunk of movies that we liked, and then a chunk of movies that we didn't like. Like we've got some like worsts of 2020, that's for sure. But yeah.
And then there's like the middle of the road. I guess like I would put New Mutants as a middle of the road.
Oh no,
it's fine.
Wouldn't even give it that.
It was just what it was. I don't think it was terrible though.
Yeah, it was not good.
It is crazy to me that when I look back on that double feature night where we saw Tenet and New Mutants, the one I enjoyed watching more was New Mutants.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
It's just, like, because like it wasn't that good, but you could at least hear what was going on and understand the plot.
Yeah.
So like
nice. and the dialogue wasn't all exposition.
Yeah.
Which was nice. It was especially after watching Tenet, going into New Mutants and having characters that just like talk like humans.
Yeah.
Was refreshing.
Yeah, you're like, oh, thank goodness. This is what people are actually like.
Tenet at times is like watching. It's like watching a textbook for a subject that doesn't actually make sense.
Yeah, like it's like going into like 4th year lecture when you haven't even started 1st year of something.
But you've also finished. You haven't done 1st year, but you've also finished 5th year. So you know the teacher's wrong. You just can't really tell them why.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a confusing movie. But yeah, that's the news for today, guys.
That's the news.
We're going to be back later tonight to ring in the new year.
Yeah, so and we're also going to be back tomorrow. I don't know if there will be any news, but like we'll see.
Yep, the morning show will still be happening.
The morning show will be back stronger than ever next week when, people are no longer on vacation and there's actually news.
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
This 100%. Week was tough. This week was definitely one where I was like, I don't know what we're going to talk about today.
Not a lot of news. Everyone's on break right now.
Yeah.
The year after Christmas and before New Year's is kind of just like a weird, like, limbo area.
Because all the PR firms are on vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next week, we'll have probably lots of news.
Well, maybe the week after. The first week of January might be rough too. But we're going to keep doing the show.
It's fine.
Because we can't do anything else. So
it's true. We don't leave the apartment. So...
No. Y'all, we will see you all later tonight for New Year's. Until then, my name's David Webb.
I'm Ariel Edwards.
Do something nerdy tonight. Bye-bye. Bye.